What time does Rise close?
I don't think they close anymore.
I think I might stop over there.
What are you gonna get? Donuts?
I'll bring some back for the family.
Chicken biscuit?
Ooh. Spicy?
Those are good.
Yeah, I might do that.
I told my wife I was gonna go for lunch, but
I know, I heard you say
now that you mention it.
Well, we could have a pre-lunch snack for the ride home.
You know donuts are my weakness. What's up, people?
What's up?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Different outfits.
We changed.
That's because when we were recording the other videos, your camera said no.
Camera said no, and that's because I didn't clear out the SD card, so we ran out of space.
Yep.
So once again, I failed to do my
You would think that you would, ahead of time, be like, oh, let's pop in a fresh SD card.
You would think.
You would think. So continuing in our debate, which is great because we're recording this on election day.
Yeah.
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 Our last debate of the week is going to be, is now a good time to buy or not buy, like an investment home, second home,
yeah.
beach house, whatever,
Okay.
that whole category.
Okay.
Right? All right. So again, heads, Mark is 4, which has been heads every time.
Yeah, this app is rigged.
Well, it might be.
This app is called I Always Land on Heads.
It's called Coin Flipper.
That always lands on heads.
Let's see. It's spinning very slow today. It's tails.
Oh, so you're for buying.
I'm for buying an investment home, second home.
It's
Beach
very
house.
elitist if you
All
guys.
right. Not really. No, I mean, it could be like a rental property. It
I
could
know.
be okay. So 4 goes first. All right. So for me, I think the reasons to buy one during these crazy times. Let's focus with a rental property per se first, or an investment type thing. One, times are crazy. People are losing their jobs. So having that residual income, that passive income is good, right?
Sure.
It's always good to have other sources of income besides your job, because jobs.
I gotta cut you off for a minute. Because I like that you basically just made it seem like I was laughing at people losing their jobs.
Listen, you can interpret that how you
Yeah,
will.
okay, I wasn't.
We'll let the people interpret our words. All right.
Power to the people.
That's right.
Yep.
Passive income is always good. So if you can establish that during these crazy times, why not? Buy a second house. Buy some rental properties. They're out there, okay? The argument on buying a second home in terms of like a beach house, something like that, it's good to be able to get away. Get to a safe place that's not a rental, that you're not using somebody else's dirty bed sheets. It's your own house, okay? You can get there to change the scenery.
What do you do?
The beach, I'm not done. The mountains, we can ski.
Calmly.
You know, anything. Buy a boat. Buy something, right? Apparently, you can write boats. You can somehow rig a boat to be a second home. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ask your accountant about that.
It's not financial advice.
Nope. I'm not.
It's
Anyway,
entertainment purposes only.
that's correct. Yes. But I think it's a damn good idea to buy second houses right now.
I would counter those points with buying a second home, a vacation home. If it's sitting empty, it's just costing you money in uncertain economic times. Having just a drain on your personal finances does not seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
And in the middle of a global pandemic, why in the heck would you rent it out to strangers? You have no idea whether or not they're.
So don't rent it out to strangers. It's just your own house.
So it's just sitting there empty for.
Well, you got to use
50
it, bud.
weeks out of the year.
You got to use it. I'm not saying go buy a house in Maui.
No, if buying
Buy one in Delaware.
buying a vacation property
2.5 hour drive.
for the sole purpose of you using it 3 weeks out of the year is a total
Yeah, you
waste
can
of
use
time.
it every weekend.
You'd have to use it as nobody works.
On the weekends?
You work on the weekends. I work on the weekends.
You work on the weekends.
That's true. You don't work on
Yeah.
Saturdays or Sundays or Mondays or Tuesdays, maybe Fridays. Depends on what the weather's like.
Depends on what the weather's like, yeah.
Going back to buying an investment property, while there are some advantages because you do have the passive income, the interest rate is a lot higher.
Oh,
than
please.
When you
a
do
point higher at best.
It costs. Hey, if you have disposable income,
So
that's fine. But not everybody has.
Here comes Mark math again.
Not everybody has the.
The interest rate is so much higher.
It's higher. Ask anybody. Is it higher?
Wasn't there in a
higher
previous
or
video you argued that money was free?
Basically free.
Okay.
To purchase a residential.
You would make a
property.
great politician because you have contradicted yourself and
Got something
flip
in my
flopped
shoe. Interest rates are
and
low.
gone off topic.
Interest rates are lower if you are buying a residential home.
Of course
if
they
you
are.
are buying an investment property, that's not the case. And
Still
you have
historically low,
to, you
though.
have to put more money down.
Still historically low.
It's still not
Still
everybody-
cheaper than
Not
ever.
everybody has the disposable income
That's true.
where they can just throw money
that's true.
away
You have
for
you should
willy-nilly.
always be responsible with your money, but you
And being
cannot
responsible with
argue.
your money in uncertain global economic times is not buying a second home.
But you cannot put a price on mental health, Mark.
That's true.
You can't put a price on it.
I
mean,
live with a mental health.
I was gonna say you can. How much does your wife charge for therapy per hour? But for most of us,
She's worth
metaphysically speaking, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You cannot put a price on mental health.
I agree with that.
So I win. Well, I win. All right. See you next week. Actually, tomorrow we're gonna wrap things up on that note. On the I agree, because I'm counting that as a win. We're just cut it off there. 'Cause that's what I do.
That's fine.
And
the video's running long anyway.
That's true. All right. Bye.
Don't buy a vacation home. See ya. Bye.
What?